Good afternoon. So we finally landed at Hope Technology, great British company here at Barnoldswick. Yeah, here with Paul from Wet Rock and Ride, to truly biblical conditions outside. It's been absolutely hammering down. So join us for a little tour. So this is Paul here. I'm just here with Robin. Do you mind?
No.
Not cool. So do you want to repeat what you've just told me?
Yeah. So this is our main workshop area, mostly for the assembly of the Academy bikes, which is our higher scheme for children's bikes, from push-alongs, from walking bikes right up to 26-inch kids bikes. Obviously all kitted out.
Living to Hope, aren't they?
With our kit. Brakes, hooks, shanks, just to get kids interested in the bits.
No, definitely.
The brakes.
That's a pretty decent upgrade if you're a youngster, isn't it?
Yeah. So, that's what happens here. There's a bit of
shop floor. This is the store end of the material. We're buying it in billet, bar, forgings, extrusion, you name it, in every form of aluminium. A lot of the material is stored around the machines as well. You know, we don't have a lot of space here, so you know the material is coming in regularly, all day, every day to prepare. We just called it off from a holding area.
Cool. Fantastic.
And then you've got sections. So we've got all the 5-axis machines here and more than millions. So these really concentrates on making the brake side of things. And then when you get to the far end, it's turning, which is more of a round part, which is hubs and bottom brackets and stuff. These mans, what we're working here, we're making the new GR4 caliper. So that's come out of an extruded bar, that's just chopped into sections, and in one foul swoop, that'll make it go into that in one foul. And if you look into the back of the machines, so that's 3 calipers there, sat, started its life as that, 3 in one go. You're still looking at around about an hour and a half to do 3 calipers first siding, so 30 minutes each. And then after that operation, they'll go into milling, go onto a custom fixture that way,
Gotcha.
Mill off the top, and then there's still one more process to do. They'll go onto a broaching machine and force the pad, because we make our calipers out of one piece, not like most people bolt them together and you can't get into the corners. So there's a broaching machine that forces makes the shape of where the pad sits, to be fair. So there's a couple of processes to do.
Okay.
But these machines, you can load them up.
Yeah.
And when you see in the back, it's like a hamster. You can hold so much in the background, so all they'll be loaded up, and you'll end up, and it'll run on intermittent as well, so it could be making 3 calipers, and it'll go to 3 mass cylinders, and it'll go to 3 TR4 calipers, so it's a very, very smart
efficient
machine.
Yeah. And I take it, I was going to say everything starts off as this colour.
Yeah, everything starts off as raw aluminium. I was going to show you how they start the life out, but we'll do that now. Again, another thing, we make all these, we're buying in devices, but we make all our tooling ourselves, because that's what originally we were known for, tool making.
Wow.
Again, the same calipers, we'll get something a bit more interesting. Every lever blade starts its life out.
Wow.
One operation, one's first siding, and again into milling, custom fixture, drill off the top. Again, you'll see these are all sat in their little fixtures, ready to be unloaded to move on. And then even when the machine has machined it, it will still store it in the back of the machine and take in a new pallet, which is ready to go again.
So all of the billets are loaded and unloaded.
They're all
by
loaded, and you can load up the machine, walk away, and barring a disaster, it's still running hours and hours down the line. They are very efficient. And then and that's the cylinder side of things, the same old story. They come as they start their life as a forging, so the profile is already there, and within one operation again, that's gone. So the detail of the bore, the cross holes, the thread, everything is done in that first op. And again, second side machine, dress off the top, and that'll be done.
Wow.
So you can actually let the light button on. We'll go to another one. I can't see where that's gone. Anyway, they're running. We're normally you can see the bloody. Oh, there it is. There it is.
Look at that. So
that's doing 3 master cylinders in one. Again, about an hour and I think you're around an hour and 15 minutes to do those 3 master cylinders first sided.
wow.
Quick tool change. That's how quick, a bit like F1 speed.
Wow.
And then away it goes again.
That's unreal.
And then what that is achieving is obviously these finished parts in there.
So that's production in happening.
That's production in-house in the UK
In
as
Britain.
we speak. Yeah.
Best of British. Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. People probably don't realise they are actually manufactured in Barnoldswick.
Some people we've dealt with for years, and they walk into the factory and go, "Oh, you actually make it, do you?"
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. That's all I know how to do is turn the light on and off.
No, that's
Yeah.
fair enough. It's a specialist job, isn't it? I'm sure, setting it up.
So those are still the same. They're running the same things. So we'll go into. This is milling. So this is my favourite section, and I am not an engineer at all.
Yeah.
This is where a lot of that stuff gets finished off. So. Again, so we've seen where they've caught up with second siding, but these are what they're on about, their custom fixtures. So, you know, we've made all them in the tool room.
So all of these have been manufactured by you?
Yeah, so obviously we've now got to hold that part over there, from over there, to hold it to be able to second side it and finish it off. So, you know, so that's the beauty. We do all of that in-house as well.
Fantastic.
This machine's just getting tooled up to. We're on a very fine line of keeping up with the Tech 4 and Evo lids. We have to do the old etch, we do the bleed lids. So we're just trying to get a second machine running on the lids so we can actually have a bit to play with.
Gotcha.
I mean, that there has got to be the start of obviously the pod shifter adapters to go onto the brakes to take the new T-type transmission.
And the I call it the waste or the swarf.
That's all recycled here.
I was just about to say,
Yeah.
so
Yes.
really good
Yeah.
to make sure that it's all recycled. So you might see that again in the future as another billet, or will that go somewhere else?
We don't possibly see it again, but that goes. We've been with the same firm. We use a great grade of aluminium, obviously, and yeah, our scrap billet or our swarf bill at the end of the month is quite high. A lot of the stuff, calipers and that, because they're all hollowed out, you know, you're on about 80% waste of the material. So you can imagine that is trying to produce 2 of those. You
Wow.
can see it on the machine there. So there is a lot of waste involved.
There it is.
Something so simple like the shifter mount is still made here.
Fantastic.
So that there is starting to say we're in a bad time because everyone's gone home and everyone's been collected. So obviously we've got a cam that sits in between the blade and the master cylinder, and every one of those cams starts its life out as that.
Wow.
And we'll show you some finished ones afterwards. But the blades again, so we see those being first sided,
Yeah.
and then they're on the machine, custom fit, blade,
Wow.
2 on, ready to go.
And that's it. Wow.
All that'll need then is a good clean. It's pretty much deburred off the machine. That'll just be a good wash and ready for anodising.
I was going to say they feel exactly the same as my brakes, and
Yeah.
I didn't realise you actually manufacture
Yeah,
every
yeah.
single component. Wow.
Again, going back to the calipers again, we've obviously seen them being first sided. These have all been second sided now, ready to go, just ready for that broaching process to put the pad profile in. And we trying to churn out some decent numbers because the brake's still 3 months old, so it's drop a lever assemblies. You know, we have the body, the lever, all these little bits all start to life out as full solid floor. And multiple different parts running. We're running stems, we're running front plates. You know, it runs on intermittent, so you're not just got the machine set up to run, you know, 10 stems.
Yeah.
It's running stems and clamps at the same time. What I've done about that new machine, I'll take your copy. On that new machine, not the new machine, the machine we're on about tooling up to get the lids. So every lid, again, every lid's like that, and we're trying to produce that, but obviously they're going to be next up for the old Tech 4, the Evo, but then still making bleed lids, Tech 3 lids, so it's very hard for one machine to keep up with the, you know, the years of product we've done. So we are trying to
and also people that have existing Hope products, I know because I'm one of them, I'm still on older brakes, you can still buy the parts for those, so if you wanted to make an upgrade, you guys still produce them.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
You support your old products for quite a long time.
The only way we struggle on older stuff is when, because a lot of these machines are new, and if it's something really, really old and we've like scrapped the old machine and everything was on that old machine, we're not going to tool up and put it onto the new machine.
That's understandable.
There is a point when you say enough's enough, that product is...
But you do still support it for a very, very long period of time.
We always say 10 years, and some of the things are 20 all from day one, but you know, that's the only downside. Again, the custom fixtures, flipware, we're always doing like, there'll be 6 one way, 6 the other. So
these machines are really impressive.
Yeah, it's just a shame you're not seeing I feel really bad and all, I've got the wrong brand of t-shirt on.
Don't worry about it.
Our maintenance guys work on site all the time, so...
Keep the machines running.
They are...
And you have people programming them, loading them,
yeah, so that's the different side of things, the programmers, but like Vern and Shay and that, they are... If there's a problem with a machine, you know, we have on-site maintenance, which is really cool. That's the main works office and all the measuring machines, you know, like inspection gets done, so they'll come out. Obviously we don't inspect every part, but the guys are constantly walking around, picking up a part, putting it on the machine, making sure.
So quality control.
Yeah, and because the stuff is almost being made and only hanging around here for about a week at most,
yeah,
you know, we can always backtrack. So
you have a very high quality control check.
Yeah, without having 30 guys here checking every part, you know, it's not aerospace, you know, we're just randomly picking stuff up as we go. So that's milling, and this area here is turnings, that's manufacturing a lot of hubs, well, all the hubs, the hub parts.
That'd be interesting, yeah.
Axles.
So you manufacture the axle, the hub and every part,
everything. So, axles are normally running on all these. Yeah, axles are constantly running, and you can imagine the amount of different combinations that we do. Again, such a shame that a lot's running.
No, that's cool. And that's that's the new one.
That's that's one of the D8 hubs, the bigger flange hub.
That's huge.
Yeah, that's one of the D8 hubs. So we do that in a 150 and a 148 shell.
And even for downhill. You probably see it every day, so you're like, wow, but that is a lot of discs. There we go. Next day, brand new set of wheels. So this is the end result of the Hope process. So you've seen the manufacturing, and now we've actually got the final fit and finish, and then how kind of smooth they do run for the end customer. So we're really, really pleased with how they've turned out. So this one that we collected for this local athlete is the RD40s, I think they are. But there we go. So that's what you're seeing being manufactured here in the UK, and it says it quite proudly on there if you can read it. Made in the UK. Hope Pro 5. Carbon rims. Hubs manufactured here in the UK. You've seen that process. Okay, thanks for watching, folks.